Rock song in a day. What is it? Well, it all started a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away called the 90s, where my first band actually stuck together long enough to get good and pretty darn popular. But like all bands, we ended up not playing together. Luckily, we all have a lot of love and respect for each other, for the battles we fought, all we accomplished, and everything we went through, and we all have some really good stories too, by the way. But I don't know, we hadn't played together in a really long time, maybe 16 years, 18 years, something like that, a long time. And the guys were wanting to get back together to reconnect. So that happened a few years ago, and something stuck with me because after not playing together for so long, once we were back in the studio and the sticks went click, 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 4 beats into the first measure, you could feel the chemistry go click, like we had just played together a few weeks before. Now, obviously everybody's memory fails after a while, so it's not like we could rip off 5 sets of songs like we used to back in the day when we were a machine. However, you could feel all that experience, the blood, sweat, and tears that went into putting that band together and making it work, all just go click. And that doesn't happen just easy. We had to earn that. That's something that group of guys has earned. And that really stuck with me. So, we did that deal, and then time marches on, and everybody goes back to work. But that stuck with me to the point where I had an idea, and I was like, that band is not going to get back together and start gigging. Everyone has too many things going on, but it would be horrible to waste all that experience and hard-earned chemistry, right? So I thought, what if you could just get everyone to commit to rolling into the studio with nothing prepped, and you hit the record button, and you got one day. We write, record, and release a song all on the same day. All in one day. Now that takes brass kahunas, because you got to commit, and you don't know what's going to happen, right? I mean, you definitely cannot be a perfectionist. You've got to want to get on the wave of creativity and lay it down. Now, think about that for a minute. On a bigger scale, because this is my idea, by the way, so don't try to steal it, right? But think of other bands that you loved that aren't playing anymore, either because they can't tour anymore, they can't get along, physically, maybe health-wise they can't do it, or they hate the studio, they just can't bear to go into the studio and create something new that's a whole album. Wouldn't that be awesome? The list of bands you could come up with on your own as you're listening to this is endless, and some of them could be pretty silly. I mean, I think there's probably a section of bands that would be the typical, Led Zeppelin. You could get them in here with Jason Bonham, playing drums and say, here we go, guys, boom, hit record and let's see what we spit out in a day. Guys like that played so long with chemistry like that, what a wonderful thing that could be, because you would not have to commit to sticking in the studio for 6 months or hitting a tour. You could just enjoy that creativity and say, hey, look what we created together. That would be awesome. And again, the list of bands would be pretty long for that. So I think that would be neat to be able to produce something like that. So that's what this is. From the 90s, Bungalow Tension, extremely popular here in Kansas City, walking into the studio and hitting the record button. Can we write, produce, arrange, record one song in one day? Now, I think we can. I suppose it's possible we could come in and totally fail. But I think the odds are even better that we come in and all of a sudden 2 or 3 songs are here, or one song's done with 2 or 3 ideas. I have no idea. So before the COVID thing happened, I communicated with the guys about doing this, and they all committed to it, which is excellent. But COVID came, we had to delay it, but we're coming to a point now where we think we can all get together and make this thing happen. So, rock song in a day. Stay tuned.